everyone, and welcome back to another episode of SHSU Unlocked. I am Julissa Alvarez, one of the newest Orange Keys for Fall 2020. I am joined today by a student panel of 3 representatives that are a part of organizations that play a key role in the college career of students here at SHSU. We will begin by each of them introducing themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Durham. I'm also one of the newest members of the Orange Keys, and I'm a representative for the McNair cohort. I'm the representative of the McNair Scholars Program. I'm part of cohort 16.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ayala. I'm a senior and I'm a CJ major, and I'm a peer mentor for SHSU Elite.
Hi, everyone. My name is Haliegh. I am a senior here at Sam Houston, and I'm representative of Evolve, and I'm also an ambassador and a student assistant in an office.
Lastly, I will be sharing some information at the end about TRIO student support services. So we'll first start off with Dejanay sharing some information about the McNair Scholars Program.
Okay, so the McNair Scholars Program was named after Robert E. McNair. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he was an astronaut and a physicist. He was a Black man, and the program is used to help underrepresented minorities, low-income and first-generation students get into grad school. And the purpose of the program is kind of to bridge that gap. It's no secret that the percentage of underrepresented minorities of the Hispanic race, the Black race, other people of color, as well as first-generation students and people from low-income areas have a harder time not only getting into college, but then pursuing higher education with grad schools and professional degrees. So McNair is here to bridge that gap. They introduce you to a lot of the things that you'll be doing in grad school. So whether that's a master's or a PhD program, so they help you with research, they help you with GRE prep, they kind of help you also with the kind of get you more accustomed to the environment of what it'd be like in grad school. So what is it like to meet hard deadlines? What is it like to kind of maneuver your schedule around work and then the classes that you already have to have?
Thank you, Dejanay. And what is the application process like for the program?
So for the McNair Scholars Program, they have applications every September, and there's only 2 requirements that they have. Well, 3 requirements. You have to be a part of an underrepresented group. So that's going to be, you have to be a minority, identify as a minority. You're going to have to be low income. They'll provide economic proof for that. So some type of financial form to prove how much money your family makes, or to be first generation. The additional requirements is you must be a sophomore when you apply. So you can apply at any stage, whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior. You just can't apply when you're a freshman, and you have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher.
And what are some of the other unique opportunities you guys have? I know you mentioned research. What comes with that? Maybe conferences or other things that comes with the researching aspect of it?
So 2 big unique opportunities that McNair provides is the research aspect, but then also the preparation for grad school. So like what you said, with research, you get a unique opportunity to actually have to know and be familiar with that demand of research that you will have when you're pursuing a higher degree with your master's or your PhD, but you do it in your undergrad. So you're able to find your mentor, you create your project, you do a literature review, you create your thesis, all of that. So you go through the whole expansive project, or what is kind of like a mini dissertation in your undergrad, and you're able to publish that. From there, you do conferences here, like you can do the Honors College Conference, or you can do a conference within McNair, but then they also allow you the opportunity to go do other conferences, bigger conferences that are national or regional, where you travel and they pay for it. Now, with preparation for grad school, they have a slew of opportunities that they allow you to actually what you're going to do to prepare for grad school. So they do GRE prep, not just with SAM and our graduate studies, but then they also offer deals and they offer assistance with like educational assistant resources like Kaplan and Princeton Review. They also allow you to tour schools and they'll pay for that. A lot of schools are aware, universities are aware of the McNair program. So they'll reach out when they're looking for prospects for their program. So if they're having like full stipends, or they're having scholarships, or they're having deals, they're having they're looking for certain type of students, they see McNair in that limelight. So we've had universities reach out, universities like Baylor that are here in Texas, but then we've also had universities like MIT, University of Wisconsin-Madison, University of Illinois. So it's kind of all over the place. A lot of universities are aware of it. I know LSU had actually came down because they wanted to interview some students with the McNair program. So it's also a program that's everywhere. So anywhere you go, they'll be aware. So like also make it kind of like a goal to like wear my bag or something somewhere, because you never know what opportunities are out there for your reach. And then in addition, research experience, GRE prep, they actually give you a lot of assistance with grad applications too, which is really important. It's very daunting. So like your letter of recommendation, your personal statements, looking at schools, they help you know how to look at schools and things like that.
That's really awesome. So it seems like students in this program are ahead of the game in preparing for grad school and also what grad school entails as well. So the last question I have for you is, what has been one of the most rewarding experiences you have had by being in this program?
I think the most rewarding experience, I think one of the most rewarding experiences I've had is the opportunity to do my research. My research is called The Miseducation of Little Black Girls, and I actually look at the socialization of Black girls in secondary education and how that affects college readiness. So all the little overt kind of stereotypes that we are subjected to, levels of discrimination, the environment of the school, are they overly surveilled? Are they heavily policed? How do those things contribute to how students or little Black girls specifically, how they are prepared for college or whether they even reach college? So I think the biggest kind of opportunity that was the best for me was having that opportunity to actually pursue my research and just finding something that I liked. And it also has helped me with my future. So knowing what I want to do in advance and having that experience to be like, okay, yes, I want to do this, or no, I don't want to do this. And when I go into grad school, I know that I'm equipped with the experiences to kind of help me, unlike some of my peers.
That's a great opportunity. I'm sure that it's something you are passionate about. So it's awesome to see that you combine that passion with doing research that will benefit you in the future. So is there any other information you want to share about McNair's, or did you kind of hit all the key points?
I would like to say that a lot of people, it can seem very daunting. We're already in college, we're worried about getting involved and doing this and doing well in our class. So like having this whole extra kind of responsibility, even though it prepares you, it is very high demand. And I understand that could be very intimidating for some people, but it really is a great experience. And you really have help every step of the way with your research. In addition to having your research advisor who's going to help you, we have a graduate advisor, we have a coordinator, we have a director, you have a cohort of people who are going through the same thing that you're going through that can provide you support. You have cohorts above you, cohorts below you. So it genuinely is a great opportunity. And anybody who fits the qualifications, who may consider it but may not know if it's for them, just try it out, look into it, talk to somebody. I'm always free. So it's a great opportunity. And like, if you want to do it, go for it. You got it.
Thank you so much for that, Dejane. And next, we're going to have Austin Ayala, who represents Elite. So Austin, the first question I have for you is if you could describe the program and just some of the requirements that people need to consider when applying or trying to join that program.
Hello. Elite is a male minority program that focuses on professional and personal development. The main goal of the org is to focus, or to get these guys focused on success and leadership, especially once these guys graduate. We want them confident enough to be able to go out there and dominate in whatever field they're focusing on. And obviously, like, some of the requirements are, you have to be a Black or Hispanic male, and also first generation, but not limited to. Some of the requirements, like we have small group meetings that we have elite exchanges, which basically we have guest speakers that are also male minorities that have found success after graduating from their schools. And it's great because when these guys come over and they come speak to us, like we make so many connections, and especially from our group of guys, we have guys majoring in all sorts of fields. So we have, like accountants, law enforcement, we have business degrees, and it's just like it's a little bit for everyone, and that's what makes, I feel like this that's what makes it so great, because we're so diverse, and it just helps it, and it motivates our guys, because it's like everyone comes from a different background, and everyone is so humble, especially the men that come talk to us. It's great. We all make these networks, and it only helps us out even more. We also get together. We have socials together, workshops. Every so often we have volunteering. Although it is kind of hard to volunteer right now, we still try to get that done, focus on that. And other than that, we represent the school as scholars and Elite as gentlemen. So every time we go around school, we try to, have that high standard of professional development and as well as personal skills.
Thank you for that. I did want to ask, do y'all have like an application process? I know there are certain requirements the students have to fall under, but is there an application? What does it look like? Around what time of the year is that normally due for students?
Every semester, or the start of every semester, we try to recruit guys, like I said, of Black or Hispanic male origin, and it can be freshman, sophomore, any cohort. And we accept any of these guys that come in who want to get focused more on success and leadership. And it's great because from that we can start building more connections. And all we do is just branch off, and it's great. It becomes a great program, especially when you just walk around and you see all these guys and hey, like, have you heard about this program? And you can tell it's like we all come here, try to be successful, but we want to represent for someone. We don't want to just represent ourselves. We want to be something of like a higher standard. And it's just as long as these guys keep up to date with all their with all our requirements, such as volunteering, make sure we're showing up to meetings, and having our guest speakers, having someone to talk to, and it's always, a pleasure to have those guest speakers come talk to us because it only helps us out more and it only gives us more connections.
Yeah, so that sounds like a really neat opportunity because I think it stands out in the aspect that students can apply. Is it up until like their junior year?
You can actually apply whenever. It's like I said, any freshman, junior, sophomore, senior. Everyone can join in, and applications start just before the next like at the beginning of every semester. And we're more than welcome to have these guys, just walk in and hey, if you're interested, hey, come on in and see what we're all about. We're more than welcome to have these guys.
Yeah, of course. That's a great opportunity. I think there's a lot of students that join in their freshman, sophomore years kind of don't really know which route they want to take, which organizations or programs they want to dedicate their time to. So to know that Elite is one of those that they can turn to, or, if they're still interested, be like, hey, it may be my third year, but I still want to become involved. How can I do that? And Elite definitely has that opportunity for them. My next question, I know you mentioned guest speakers. So the next question is that what are some unique opportunities, maybe something, I don't know, different than the guest speakers, or if there's a specific guest speaker you guys have had that was really, that stood out to you, or you saw that a lot of Elite students enjoyed?
And when I bring up these guest speakers, it's just not, some of these guys, gentlemen talking to us, but they come and offer internships, they offer opportunities for us. So it's not just, an hour meeting. It's more than that. We form this bond, and like obviously as I said, everyone has a different field. So it comes more with connections and just more networking. Also, we have plenty of alumni that have been in Elite, and they continue to work with us, and then we just keep getting better from there. Some of our other some of our other offers include just like smaller things that can help out with anybody. Free testing supplies. The Elite helps us register early, so we can make sure to get our classes, so we can make sure we're on the right schedule. And especially becoming a peer mentor, you develop that leadership skill, and it just helps you get better communication and charisma when it comes to teaching these students. Thank
you. So my next question is just specifically aimed towards you. What has been, I know you serve as a mentor. It could be from serving as a mentor or something maybe that stood out to you the first year you were part of the program. But what has been the most rewarding experience of yours so far? I would say it's just forming a bond with these kids. And it's like, I call them kids, even though these are grown men my age. Like I still for the past 2 years, I've been a mentor, and, I try to take care of these guys as much as I can. We form a bond with them, and it's like later, like little do we know, like from our first meeting, we get stronger, and it's like, man, we become best friends. And it's just something that, we can rely on each other for. I love, like when people hit me up, and even though it can be for a small thing such as a ride, to school, or, help with a project, I'm there for all of it. I have so many contacts in my phone from all my younger students, all my kids. And it's just, I still keep in contact with these guys. And it's just, it warms my heart to know that,
if they ever need something, they can come to me because I've been there for them, and I let them know like, hey, I got you if you ever need anything. And that bond is, obviously like showing because I still keep in contact with these guys, and we still hang out with each other as a group in Elite and out of Elite. So I'm just, so happy to have these guys here, and it makes the organization better, and, we represent the school as well. And that's, that just having that high standard out there really impresses me, and that's what makes me so proud of being in this org. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are like a family, and I think that's really important for college students to have, because there's so many things that change throughout our college career. So to have something that remains the same, and that a bond that can only get stronger, as you progress throughout the years in the program, that's really impressive. Thank you, Austin, so much for that. So next we're gonna have Haliegh from Evolve. She'll be describing what the program is like and what their requirements are.
Okay, so Evolve actually just launched this fall. We've been planning it since like last fall pretty much, but Evolve is a support program for transfer female students. We're basically the sister program of Elite, sorry. And we, like I said, just started this semester. So we started off with ambassadors last semester, and they kind of helped us build the program. And then we started accepting participants over the summertime. We actually just started to have some of our first events like last week probably. And with Evolve, like I said, we're a support program for transfer female students. We don't accept freshmen just because we feel like there are other programs on campus for freshmen, and they have a lot of time of change from their first year of college to their second year. They're coming right out of high school. So there are a couple of different programs on campus that can help them out, but we are for female transfer students. We do have a couple of students in the program that wanted to be a part of the program, and they weren't transfer students, so we still accepted them. We feel like there's a way to help someone, either if you are a transfer student or not. Within the program, we have 4 components. It is service engagement, academic enrichment, university experiences, and intentional relationships. And through those 4 components, we have different events and different socials and speakers. We have a speaker series just like Elite does. It's called Evolution Speaker Series, and we're actually going to start that up in about 2 weeks. So through those different components, they're experiencing different events and things like that, and meeting different people on campus so we can get them connected as much as possible.
That's awesome. And I guess, is there a deadline as far as like this? I know this is the first year, so you're the first cohort. Was there like a deadline, or have you all, I guess, discussed maybe when there would be a deadline in future semesters?
So we're going to be taking students all throughout the year. We do have some perks that they won't be able to like receive if they register towards the end of the semester, just because you have to work for some of these things. There are certain requirements to receive, like the priority registration. And if you register maybe like the middle of October, we start small groups at the beginning of October, so we wouldn't place them in the middle of small groups just like since they've already started. So you can register throughout the year, and we will contact you once you fill out a form on our website. We set up a one-on-one meeting with our basically director, and she'll deem if it's necessary for you to be a part of Evolve and things like that.
Okay, thank you. So the second question I have for you is about any unique opportunities you all may have. I know you're barely starting out, but maybe even some that you guys are thinking of having in the future.
So we do provide priority registration to our students. So if they complete all of the small groups, after they go to a small group, they have to complete journal entries on Blackboard. And from there, they're approved, and then they can receive that priority registration. And within the components that I mentioned earlier, they have to go to some events on campus to receive that registration as well. And then through that is kind of how they work through the program. The biggest perk is, of course, the priority registration, but we do provide test materials and things like that that Elite mentioned earlier.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And that's all very beneficial, of course. We're all in the same boat as college students, so any of that help definitely, makes difference. What has been the most rewarding experience for you so far? Are you a mentor? You're one of the mentors for Evolve, sorry.
So for me, like one of the most rewarding experiences that I kind of got to help built the program, even though I'm only like an ambassador for it. Like I said earlier, I work in the office as well. So I got to see some of the things to start up Evolve and like give my opinion. My boss says this all the time. She is a grown working woman. She doesn't know exactly what college students may want or may need. So sometimes like hearing from a college student what other students may need really, really helps the program. So I actually got to build some of the examples that are on like our flyer that goes out around campus. So that has been very rewarding to me. And we also have ambassador matching. So I have 3 girls that I mentor, and they're all actually roommates and they're all transfer students. So I kind of got to help them get acquainted on campus and, you know, kind of give them a campus tour because they literally knew nothing. So that's been one of the most rewarding things.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure there's so many skills you learn throughout the process of helping build this program, which I'm sure will benefit you in the future. So is there any other information you want to share about Evolve, or did you kind of cover everything?
Just that our application's on our website. It's shsu.edu/evolve. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see an interest form. And once you fill out the interest form, we'll be in contact with anyone who's interested in Evolve.
Okay, well, thank you so much. So lastly, I will be sharing some information about TRIO Student Support Services. And TRIO is a federally funded program here at SAM. Of course, we do have an application process, and it is aimed towards a specific group of students. And in order to become eligible to apply to become a part of TRIO, you have to fall under only one of the 3 eligibility requirements, which are to be first generation, have a physical or learning disability, or fall under low income status. So some people get confused and think, oh, I need to fall under like at least 2 out of the 3, but as long as you fall under 1, you are able to apply. And that 10 applications used to be processed around the time of September, but this past semester they got pushed further up to in the summertime, July, August, so that way when students come on campus, they already know like they can come to the TRIO office, they have someone to turn to if they need help with anything. So those are the times of the year to look for the application if you're interested in becoming a part of TRIO. And of course, kind of the same as Elite, we, I believe, accept mainly freshmen and sophomores. There are some times where we accept juniors because we do have a lot of transfer students here at SHSU. So of course we want to make sure they have plenty of opportunities here as well. That's just on a case-by-case basis. Our director, of course, looks at it and students go through an interview. So the application process is just you fill out the form that will verify you meet the requirements, and then you do go through an interview with one of our academic advisors. And after that, you'll be hearing from the program. So the program does accept and has about 165 students each academic year. So we can't necessarily say that every year we're going to be accepting 20 students, because it just depends how many students graduate and things like that. But some of the unique opportunities that come with TRIO are that you get an academic advisor and you meet with them and they help you out with your classes. And anything else you may be needing assistance or guidance with, they can help provide that for you, or point you in the right direction, because there are plenty of other departments on campus that can help us out as well. We also have workshops that vary from financial literacy to mental health to graduate school prep. And those are all really beneficial to students, as well as if they have attended, I believe, at least one and met with their academic advisor twice before like October 15th or so. Our students as well get early registration, so the same as Elite and Evolve. So that's really beneficial because, of course, some classes fill up quickly, so that's one way that we are able to provide some great things for our students. And lastly, my specific rewarding experience has been that I, as well as these student representatives on the panel, I serve as a mentor for the program. And we actually have a University 1101 class, And that class is specifically designed to first-year students to help them adjust to college life, whether it be the social aspect, volunteering, or just all the responsibilities that are new to them when they come to SAM. And I've been able to serve as a mentor for that class and been able to make a difference in the lives of first year students, and seeing that they have like leadership roles on campus, or them being able to tell me like, oh, I did really great in this class I was struggling with, and you helped point me in the right direction to get assistance for that. It's really rewarding to hear that from students. So that's pretty much all the information I have to share about Trio SSS. As far as the rest of you, is there any last words you all have for today? No? Okay. Well, thank you so much, the three of you, for your time. And I hope you all enjoyed all the information we provided today.